This will be a day long remembered. Now I am the master.
Welcome to another episode of Legends and Theories, and welcome to my review of Gotham Knights. And with it, I'm only going to be looking at the main campaign of it. I haven't done too many side missions, and I may or may have not played one last night. I'm not fully sure if I'm going to have the time yet, but if I do, you would have already known that because it would have already been on the channel. But still, I had a lot of, a lot of fun playing this game. I don't think it is terrible, but I don't think it's amazing either. It's a decent game. I think the story is decent. It is not an amazing story, but it's also not a terrible one. Although it did have some predictable stuff, I think that overall it was still fun. And looking at it, I think if you compare this to Arkham, you can definitely say this is a terrible game because Arkham is such an amazing game in terms of both graphics and in terms of combat. This game just does not hold up. But if you just look at it on its own, I'd still say it's a solid game. And with it, I still do enjoy playing it. I might have even given the option to continue playing it if I didn't enjoy it, but yeah, I actually like it, and unlike Marvel's Avengers, which is extremely boring to play after, and really all the missions really just feel the same, since they just use so many of the same enemy classes and everything. I just have so much more fun playing this. With that Avengers game, I think I've been trying to do the Black Panther expansion since it released, and I just haven't done too much with it. With this, I'm at least interested in trying it out, and it's a lot more fun of a world to play in. I definitely enjoy some of the fighting opportunities, although the combat is not as great as it is in Arkham. It still is at least fun, and they do actually have challenging enemies in the campaign. And with it, fighting those enemies can actually be pretty hard. But sometimes I think some things could be a little too hard, like the final boss fight. From around this point on, I'm going to actually go into full spoilers. So if you have not had the chance to get the game yet, I would definitely recommend to go and play it, or if you don't care about the spoilers, then you can just keep watching. Or if you've already beat it, you can also keep watching. But with it, the twist that Bruce Wayne would eventually be brought back, I think, was extremely predictable. But I'm glad they at least stuck to it and they actually did kill him again. With it now that Bruce is permanently dead, they at least did keep it with what they promised in the game. And with it, I'm really glad they did because I feel like that would have been just a little cheap to do. And although they could have done it, they didn't need to. And with it, I think it would be interesting to see with it a sequel where someone, probably Nightwing, takes up the identity of Batman. And with it, I still really did enjoy the stuff with Batman's death, and I really enjoy the character interactions, which I think are probably the best part of it. And looking at the rest, it is pretty interesting just to see just how crazy things get with it. And with everything, I think that the Story is executed well enough with a war between the Court of Owls and League of Assassins. I also like how they didn't go and try to make just a mystery of Batman's death, and they were extremely upfront with how it happened. It's not really the things I had a problem with, but one of the really weird things was I feel like the Batman suit felt like a repurposed version of the Telltale suit. And with it, I don't know, it just looked really similar to that to me. Not sure about anyone else. But yeah, honestly, just looking at really everything else, it's just some pretty crazy stuff. I hated that final Talia boss fight, and I haven't really had the chance to edit it yet. But I died so many times in that phase one of it. She is so much of a pain in the butt to fight because even when you put it on very easy mode, which I had to do for that because it's just so hard to dodge her attacks. You just have to keep dodging, and it's just so annoying to do. I really just hated that fight, and I also wish they had some more fights that were entertaining because I thought it was fun to fight Bruce Wayne, and with it, I thought that was a well constructed one. And I think that, at least with the other boss fight I tried, which is Clayface, which is two of them, those were also pretty fun to do. I don't think they were amazing or anything, or they were terrible, but I think they were done well, and with everything, I really did enjoy what they did with it, but just wish a little more that things could have been, just a little more interesting. But still, I think that the story is told well enough. Everything with the court is handled pretty well, and I don't know really what it was, but there was just something that told me that Jacob Kane was the one behind everything. And with everything, I think also if they do include DLC, and specifically DLC characters, most likely characters would probably be Batwoman and Damian Wayne. With them, I feel like that would be probably the most logical ones with how important they are and tied into the major characters of this being Talia al Ghul and Jacob Kane, who are probably the two most primary antagonists of this. And everything was pretty interesting. I think the game, as I said, was a fun one. I would recommend to play it, although you could wait for it to be on sale or for you to eventually get a PS5 if you're planning to do that. And if you're going to get it, I would definitely recommend, or a Xbox, I think it's what Series X. If you're going to get any of those, you don't have to get it on PC. But yeah, to talk about the one problem everyone had is just the performance stuff and how slow it could be. And with that, although I think it has been fixed in a recent update, I still think it was pretty bad. And with it, when I have to go and record footage, I'm just using like a screen record software. And with it, I need to go from a little farther in the campaign, and that is mainly since the footage does freeze up a bunch and gets pretty bad when you do something like get on the bat cycle. And with it, that was a kind of annoying thing, but still, I enjoyed the game overall. I think it's a fun one, and it isn't the worst superhero game ever. I'd say it's a middle level superhero game. that I would definitely would say you should play eventually. The other thing I do want to say is definitely if you want to get this, you should try and go buy it on Black Friday. At many stores, they do have pretty big sales. And last year, I got the Guardians of the Galaxy game for like 50% off, and that was an amazing deal. So there's a suggestion for you if you really want to play this game and don't want to pay full price, or even if you're just considering it. But that has to be for a console version, so you can only do that if you have the console, either the PS5 or Series X. Or you can get it on Steam. They usually have sales on there pretty regularly. And they'll probably have one for either Black Friday or Cyber Monday. But yeah, honestly, that's all I really have to say. If you have anything else to say, or you just want to challenge me on something, maybe you hated this game, maybe you loved it, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to talk about this, and my review for Andor today, it's probably not going to be out until best case scenario, 4 o'clock. And that's if I manage to put some time in to watch it, partly in the morning and partly during my lunch break. But if not, then it'll be out at 5 at the earliest. And I think you can understand I'm pretty busy. I'm still not sure if I'm going to share everything. Well, I won't share everything. I might share a little bit with you in a video later this week, but I'm still thinking about it. Also, my video for the 100 video subscribers is close to being finished being written. I've just been going through a lot of ideas, and I've both been really busy with school and some other stuff, so I haven't had too much time, but with it, I was just also trying to figure out how to start it, and I finally got to that today, and I wrote probably a third to maybe half of it. Depends on how far I'm really going to go in depth, but I'll talk about that in that video. And even if I do finish it early, I won't be releasing it until I get to 100 subscribers. And I'm still 10 subscribers away. And it seems like I'm going up by maybe like 4 or 5 a month. So with it, at least that's what it was in the last approximate month. So I think I still have maybe 2 months unless the channel gets like blows up a little bit more. But still, please just let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next episode of Legends and Theories. Thank you for watching this episode of Legends and Theories. Please subscribe, like the video, share the video, leave a comment, check out the video on screen, and may the Force be with you.